Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this very, very special last webinar of the year on the 2025 Outlook EU, UK, US customs and export controls and sanctions update. We have a lot to get through, and we're going to get started right away. First of all, thank you for joining us on this webinar. 55 minutes are left, so let's get started right away. Okay, and here are the slides that I'll be sharing with you. So this enables you to pause the recording if you're watching this on demand, and then stop, read the slides, and of course you can then start again whenever you are ready. Before we get started, though, there is a little thing that I need to tell you. First of all, you need to know that what we're doing today is part of a free live webinar series. We have an annual program, and that annual program is there because of 5 goals. We want to promote compliance and knowledge in customs, export controls, and sanctions. We think that customs, export controls, and sanctions are so complicated that we need to be having more of these webinars where we exchange ideas, where we share updates and the likes. So our goal, our strategic goal for this and next year are to promote knowledge and compliance. We also want to foster a community and collaboration spirit, the way where we connect, where we all come together and we talk about things that matter to us. We want to support your professional development. We need more knowledge and more compliance, and that runs through professional development. The idea here is the lifelong learning. We want to enhance global trade practices, sustainable and compliant global trade practices. And of course, there is an element of demonstrating corporate social responsibility, CSR, which, as you know, is really, really important. So these are the 5 objectives that we've given ourselves throughout the year. And if you want to know more about why we're doing a free live webinar series, which means 1 webinar a month that you can join, you just register and then you're in, and you can join us for free, no costs, and just upgrade and upskill yourself. So here are the reasons why we do this. And if you want to join the remaining webinars, we've already done 3, and this is number 4, and there's 1 every month. So there's 1 in January, and then February, and so on. And we've already done 3, the recording of which are all on our website. So this is the last one of the year. So I welcome you. And today I purposely moved to the corner left. Normally I'm at the bottom or right. But because we are dealing with multiple jurisdictions today, it is important that we allow everybody to see what jurisdiction we are actually talking about. So. Wait, clicking my way through. Yes, let us talk a little bit about what we're doing here today. As in previous webinars, you may want to know that this is not an average webinar where we just have a few slides and then that's it. This is an educational webinar. This is very similar to the live training we run. It purposely provides you with too much information, and that in a very condensed period. We do that 1 hour. We do that because time's valuable and we all have only limited value, but we're recording this webinar. So if we're going a little fast, there is no problem. All you need to do is pause the recording, rewind, watch it again, read the slide, let it sink in, and that way you can absorb it at your own time, at your own pace. Also, you might need to know that today we're doing a whistle-stop tour of what businesses may expect in 2025. This means we cover many different topics, and when I say many, I mean many. And some may be relevant, and others may not be relevant at all for you, in which case sit back, relax, and be happy you don't have to deal with it. We're doing a bird's eye overview that is multi-topical and multi-jurisdictional. Look at the top right corner, America, US, and EU. We think that such an overview webinar, so comprehensive and so condensed, does not exist anywhere in the world today, and we are proud of being able to present such unique webinar to you, and we need your feedback to let us know if this is cool or not. And you can use the chat function, or you can email us after the webinar, of course. So Just to be aware, this is a bird's eye view training, as I have mentioned. And what this means is you will get a high level overview of the 2025 legislative changes without delving into excessive technical details. This is ideal for you as a customs export control and sanctions professional if you want to quickly grasp the essential updates and be able to evaluate how these changes that are coming up actually impact your company as well. So you'll get a comprehensive understanding, meaning that we're not going to be bogged down in detail. We're going to get the high level picture of what 2025 is going to look like. And then you can set your own priorities. You say, well, I need to focus on this. I need to focus on that. Knowing the overall picture, I can now divert my resources accordingly. So that is the goal of this webinar. So we're building competencies more broadly. We're allowing you also to dip your toes into topics you may otherwise not be able to take part in. If you have no stake in export controls, you would not know about this, except of course, if we tell you here today. If you are not interested in CBAM because you're dealing with maybe agri-food, then we'll allow you to see what this is like. So you can appreciate what others have to go through. Overall, it will build your knowledge and understanding of customs, export controls, and sanctions. We, of course, invite your questions. However, please put them in the chat because, as I said, we're condensing this and we're going quick. And we will answer these questions and they will be in a response document and we will publish these with the 2025 Outlook EU, US, UK Customs and Export Control and Sanctions Support Bundle, which you can get from next week. I should also mention for completion's sake, if this is too quick and you think there is more we need to talk about and we don't have enough time, then there are 3 days on which we invite you for a 4-hour training where we sit down and we discuss it all in more details. We have a 4-hour training for customs for 2025, and here are the dates. And if you want to know more about it, then please check out the websites. And equally, if you are into export control and sanctions, there are 2 dates for you. If you want more time with me to talk about what matters, whether it be export control, sanctions, or CSDDD or AML-FC and forced labor updates, if you're interested in all of that stuff for the EU, the US, or the UK, then we cover that comprehensively in 4 hours on these dates and more information on the website. The objective of this webinar, so turning it back to this today, is, as I said already, to give you a bird's eye view on what changes, and you'll be able to better evaluate the impact of the 2025 changes. This is what I do to prepare my priorities for 2025, and this is where I advise my clients to do as well, to get this bird's eye overview of all the things that are coming up, and then sit back and strategically think, what does that matter for me? So in the workshops that I do with my clients, that's what we kind of talk about. If you want a recording of this webinar and these slides, then this is where you're going to get them. You're going to get them at customsmanager.org shop. As always, all the bundles are there. We will also throw in guides, documents, FAQs, advisory document that we refer to in this webinar. And also because we are showing you a lot of links to a lot of documents that we've uploaded onto our website, as well as some blog entries, you also need 1 month of premium membership in order to be able to click all the links when you get the slides. So we throw this in as well. The structure today is going to be focused on topics. We're going to go the topics that we use in our 2 flagship magazines. You may know and be a subscriber to our premium membership, which gives you 2 magazines, weekly updates, the Customs Watch and the Export Control and Sanctions Watch. And every week we'll tell you what happened, basically. And we have legislative and policy changes from A to Z, always in these magazines. So we're going to follow that same structure. And that makes it logical and easy, and everybody can kind of follow. So we're going to go topics from A to Z, and we are going to go through all of these that you see in green. Wow, that is going to be a challenge. I am telling you right now, your head is probably going to spin, but there is so much to say, we need to do it. We're not going to go into the golden ones because of time. Yes, and it's maybe a bit more specific, but you can always talk to me about SPS, AML, valuation, WTO, and WCO changes. They, in my opinion, are important, but maybe not for today. We're going to stick with that. And we're going to do this for the US, the UK, and the EU. If we manage that in the next 50 minutes, my God, we must be good. Don't you think? All right, you ready? All right, sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride.